In the quiet sanctuary of her small home office, the rhythmic tapping of Aaron Johnson's fingertips on the calculator keys filled the air, creating a melody of focus and determination. In the quiet of her home, a single mother cast a fleeting glance at the clock, her hands deftly making the final adjustments to a client's year-end financial statement, the weight of responsibility resting on her shoulders. In just half an hour, she would embark on a familiar journey to fetch her beloved son, Noah, from the school gates. "Mother, have you not yet completed your task?" In the quiet of the house, a curious 10-year-old named Noah tiptoed to the doorway, his small frame barely visible as he leaned in to catch a glimpse of what lay beyond the threshold. With a mane of bright brown hair and eyes as blue as the summer sky, he bore a striking resemblance to his father. With a gentle smile, Aaron lifted her coffee mug, cradling it as if it held the warmth of a cherished memory. "Soon, my task will be complete. Have you completed your homework, my friend?" Noah gave a solemn nod, revealing the paper he held tightly in his grasp. "In a moment of triumph, I conquered every single math problem that lay before me." Once upon a time, a curious soul found themselves pondering the mysteries of the past. They had a question, a spark of inquiry about history that beckoned to be explored. In a quaint little town, there lived a mother named Erin, whose heart swelled with pride at the sight of her son's achievements in school. In the heart of a bustling town, there lived a remarkable woman who single-handedly nurtured her household and raised her son with unwavering love. By day, she wielded her skills as an exceptional accountant at a quaint local company, balancing numbers with grace and determination. Ever since the day her father left this world, taken by a sudden heart attack 5 years past, the weight of responsibilities had grown heavier upon her shoulders. Yet, through it all, she bore her burdens with a quiet grace, never uttering a word of complaint. "Would you be so kind as to wait just 10 more minutes? Once I have completed my current task, I shall lend you my aid in the realm of history." As the phone rang, a weary sigh escaped Erin's lips, echoing the weight of the moment. It came from her mother, Vivian. "Gather round, dear Erin, and lend me your ear. Gather round, for we must discuss the grand affair that awaits us at tomorrow's dinner party." Vivian's voice carried an air of authority, commanding attention with every word she spoke. In a delightful twist of fate, Amanda has decided to bring along her fiancé. "Will you be joining us on this journey, dear friend?" Erin's brow furrowed in thought. In the tapestry of their family, there was a thread that shimmered brighter than the rest, Amanda, the sister who seemed to capture the heart of everyone around her, forever the cherished one. In a world where charm and grace intertwined, there lived a daughter who captured the heart of her mother, Vivian. She was not just beautiful, she was the embodiment of sociability, lighting up every room she entered, making her the apple of her mother's eye. In the tale spun around her, Erin often found herself cast as the character deemed too practical and dull, a stark contrast to the vibrant stories of others. "Without a doubt, I shall be there, dear mother. And so I shall also bring along Noah." From the depths of the line, a familiar sigh escaped her mother's lips, echoing with unspoken words. "Ah well, I suppose that shall suffice. Yet, ensure that he conducts himself properly. Do not allow him to cast a shadow over Amanda's momentous occasion." Erin held her words close as if they were precious gems she dared not let slip away. Once upon a time, there was a young boy named Noah, known far and wide for his impeccable manners and kind heart. In the heart of the tale, a shadow loomed, cast by the complex relationship between her mother and Amanda. Fear not. Ah, the tale of Amanda's fiancé. What noble pursuit does he engage in, one might wonder. Once upon a time, there was a man named Michael Foster. Once upon a time, there was a man who navigated the intricate world of finance as an investment banker, hailing from a lineage steeped in wealth and privilege. With a heart brimming with pride, Vivian's voice resonated like a melody, each note a testament to her triumphs. He is the ideal match for Amanda. Once upon a time, a young man emerged from the hallowed halls of Harvard, a place where knowledge and ambition intertwined. With a heart full of culture and a spirit that drew others near, he became a beacon of sociability, weaving connections and stories wherever he roamed. As Erin sat there, a quiet storm brewed within her, the sound of her mother's proud declarations washing over her like an uninvited tide. In a world where the glimmer of appearances and the weight of social status held sway, her mother wove her values like a tapestry, each thread shimmering with the importance of how one was perceived by others. As dawn broke, Erin and Noah made their way to the grand abode of Vivian, nestled in the heart of the affluent suburbs. With a deep breath filling her lungs, Erin stood at the threshold, her hand finding Noah's shoulder for a reassuring squeeze. "It's all right, Mom," Noah reassured her gently. "It seems that Grandma and Aunt Amanda hold a certain distance from us, as if a shadow lingers between our hearts." Erin felt a deep pang in her heart as she marveled at her son's keen insight. In the quiet corners of their hearts, children hold a sensitivity that often goes unnoticed by the adults around them. As she turned the handle and pushed the door ajar, the sound of Amanda's joyous laughter danced through the air, filling the living room with a vibrant energy. In a dimly lit room, she graced the scene in an elegant cocktail dress, a glass delicately cradled in her hand, engaged in conversation with a man whose face was a mystery to her. At long last, Aaron and Noah, you have arrived. Vivian welcomed them with a smile that chilled the air around her. Once upon a time, in a place not so far away, 3 friends gathered together, Amanda, Aaron, and Noah. Their presence filled the air with warmth and anticipation. Amanda spun on her heels, a smile gracing her lips as she faced her sister, yet the warmth of that smile never quite reached the depths of her eyes. Once upon a time, there was a name that echoed through the hearts of many, Aaron. It fills my heart with joy to lay my eyes upon you once more. Allow me to introduce you to my beloved fiancé, Michael Foster. With a determined stride, Michael rose to his feet and pivoted to meet Aaron's gaze. Once upon a time, there stood a figure of great height, adorned with dark brown hair that flowed like the shadows of twilight, and eyes that sparkled with kindness, inviting all to share in his warmth. And a whisper of a thought danced at the edge of Aaron's memory. In the depths of her memory, a familiar visage danced like a fleeting shadow, whispering of a time and place long past. In a soft and gentle tone, Michael greeted, "Nice to meet you, Aaron. Whispers of your name have reached my ears, carried on the winds of conversation from none other than Amanda." With a warm gesture, he reached out his hand, and Aaron met it with a firm shake. His hand radiated warmth, and his grip was tender, like a soft embrace that promised comfort. "It's a pleasure to meet you as well," Aaron replied with a warm smile. "Gather round, for I have a tale to share about my son, Noah." With a warm smile, Michael turned his gaze to Noah, locking eyes with the young boy in a moment that felt both timeless and profound. "Greetings, Noah. It brings me great joy to cross paths with you. In which grade do you find yourself this year?" "In the 5th grade, Noah replied, his voice tinged with a hint of nervousness. "Ah, what a splendid age it is. In the days of my 5th grade adventure, I embarked on a grand quest to create a model of the solar system for the illustrious science fair." With a voice as soft as a whispering breeze, Michael spoke as if he had spent countless hours sharing tales with children, his words wrapping around them like a warm blanket. Amanda let out a soft, disapproving cough, a sound that echoed her discontent. "Michael, would you be so kind as to pour me a glass of wine?" Aaron found herself with a favorable impression of Michael. He appeared gentle and contemplative, a quiet soul lost in his own reflections. It was quite astonishing that he had chosen to become engaged to someone as self-absorbed as Amanda. As the sun dipped below the horizon and the aroma of dinner filled the air, Vivian and Amanda found themselves lost in a delightful conversation, weaving tales of wedding preparations that seemed to stretch on forever. In a tale of love and celebration, there existed a magnificent wedding dress that shimmered with dreams, a grand reception venue that echoed with laughter and joy, and a renowned catering company that delighted the senses with culinary masterpieces. Not a single time did anyone seek out Aaron's opinion. "Aaron, fret not about the dress," Amanda declared with a suddenness that caught everyone off guard, "for you are not a bridesmaid." Aaron's gaze lifted in astonishment. "In the grand tapestry of weddings, I find myself not donning the gown of a bridesmaid. Alas, it seems that the threads of our closeness have frayed over time, have they not?" Amanda's voice carried a veil of feigned sorrow, as if she were weaving a tale of heartbreak that was not her own. "Moreover, I imagine you have quite a lot on your plate. In the journey of life, there stands a brave single mother, navigating the tides of work and the responsibilities that come with it." Vivian gave a thoughtful nod, her eyes reflecting understanding. "Indeed, Aaron, you have it just right. We seek not to weigh you down." Aaron felt a sharp ache in her chest, yet she wore a mask of calm, her face betraying none of the turmoil within. From a young age, she had grown accustomed to the sting of rejection that came from her own family. As the evening unfolded, Noah's fingers intertwined with hers beneath the table, a silent promise shared in the dim light. Among the gathered souls, it was only Michael who bore an expression of discomfort, as if a shadow had settled upon his heart. With a gentle clearing of his throat, he spoke softly, "But isn't the involvement of family truly important? It seems only fitting that Aaron and Noah should join us on this momentous occasion." Amanda cast a glance at her fiancé, her expression a tapestry of surprise woven with curiosity. "Indeed, they shall be welcomed with open arms." "Ah, but the tale unfolds with the bridesmaids already chosen, a circle of cherished friends standing by my side." With a heart full of gratitude, Aaron cast a warm smile in Michael's direction. In the tapestry of life, he appeared to weave threads of thoughtfulness and care. As the last bites of dinner were savored and the plates began to pile up, Erin found herself in the kitchen, tidying up the remnants of the meal. It was then that Michael stepped into the room, his presence adding a new chapter to the evening's unfolding story. "May I offer my assistance?" He extended his hand, a gesture filled with promise. With a calm demeanor, Erin replied, "It's fine, I'm used to it." In the heart of their expectations, Amanda and her mother looked to me to take on the practical role that lies before us. Michael stood in quiet observation, his gaze fixed upon her for a fleeting moment. In a hushed tone, he revealed, "You are not quite as Amanda described. What is it that you are trying to convey?" With a gentle smile, Michael said nothing at all. In the quiet moments that linger, I find myself wishing for more opportunities to share words with you and Noah, to weave our stories together once again. Once he departed, a peculiar sensation washed over Erin, leaving her in a moment of contemplation. In the quiet corners of her mind, the image of Michael's face danced like a fleeting shadow, a whisper of the past that lingered just out of reach. It seems she must have crossed paths with him at some point in her journey. Yet the details of when or where slipped through her mind like grains of sand, elusive and fleeting. As they journeyed home in the car, Noah's voice broke the comfortable silence. "You know, Michael seems like a nice person. It makes me ponder the reasons behind his choice to wed someone such as Aunt Amanda." As the sun dipped low in the sky, casting a warm glow over the world, Erin found herself caught in a moment of pure joy, laughter bubbling up from within her like a melody that danced on the breeze. "Oh Noah, my dear friend, it would be wise to refrain from uttering such words." Yet, nestled within her heart, she harbored the very same question that lingered in her son's mind. As the days of wedding preparations unfolded, Erin found herself drifting further away from her family, a sense of alienation creeping into her heart. In a quiet corner of their world, Amanda and Vivian chose to keep their secrets close, never inviting her into their circle of whispers or seeking her thoughts on the matter. Yet she deftly navigated the shadows, tending to the unseen tasks with a quiet grace. In the midst of planning, she found herself addressing invitations with care, reaching out to the venue to ensure everything was in order, and fine-tuning every detail. It was in these moments that her meticulous nature, honed through years as an accountant, truly shone through. Once more you find yourself lending a hand. Once upon a time, Michael found himself standing beside Erin, who was diligently immersed in her preparations. Amanda appears to be caught up in the whirlwind of her own endeavors, leaving the practical matters to swirl around her like leaves in the autumn breeze. "Fear not, for all shall be well." With a casual shrug, Erin declared, "I'm quite adept at this sort of endeavor." Michael watched her intently for a moment, then spoke, "You know, there's something about you that feels oddly familiar." Erin paused in her tracks, her gaze lifting to meet his. "It seems that my heart has been echoing the same sentiments. Yet it eludes my grasp like a fleeting shadow in the twilight." In that very instant, Noah burst into the room, his footsteps echoing with urgency. Once upon a time, there was a mother named Mom and her beloved son, Michael. At long last, I completed the task that had been set before me, the homework that awaited my attention. With a warm grin, Michael cast his gaze upon Noah. "Pray tell, what sort of homework did fate bestow upon you?" Once upon a time, there was a project that delved into the annals of history. With a gleam in his eye, Noah declared, "I delved into the depths of the Roman Empire." "Is that so?" "Ah, the allure of history captivates me as well." Michael settled beside the boy, his curiosity piqued by the young one's project. As Erin gazed upon the unfolding scene, a gentle warmth blossomed in her chest, wrapping around her heart like a comforting embrace. Michael appeared to possess a heartfelt curiosity about her son. In a tale woven with the threads of love and family, Amanda found herself with a fiancé who stood apart from the shadows of her past. Unlike the men who had come before him, he embraced the bonds that tied her to Noah, stepping into the circle of her family with open arms, ready to forge connections that had once been overlooked. In the week leading up to the grand celebration of love, Michael found himself compelled to make an unexpected phone call that would change everything. "Erin," he began, his voice carrying a weight that demanded attention, "there's something we need to discuss. It is my heartfelt wish for you to take on the cherished role of maid of honor." In a moment that felt like a spell had been cast, Erin found herself utterly astonished, her words slipping away like sand through her fingers. Yet, in the midst of it all, in a twist of fate, Amanda overlooked me when it came time to select her bridesmaids. With a heart full of curiosity, I approached her directly, seeking the truth from her own lips. In the grand tapestry of life, the threads of family weave a bond that is truly significant, especially on those significant days such as a wedding. In the depths of his being, Michael's voice resonated with unwavering resolve. At long last, Amanda found herself nodding in agreement. In the depths of her heart, Erin found herself caught in a whirlwind of emotions, a tempest of uncertainty swirling around her thoughts. Though a shadow of uncertainty lingered in her heart regarding her sister's true happiness, a wave of gratitude washed over her for Michael's warm gesture. On the following day, Vivian picked up the phone and, with a tempest of emotions swirling within her, called Erin, her voice brimming with fury. In a quiet moment, tears streamed down Amanda's cheeks, each drop a testament to her unspoken sorrows. What prompted you to seek such a request from Michael? Silence enveloped the moment as words remained unspoken. It was Michael who first whispered the idea into the air, a spark of inspiration that danced on the edge of possibility. I can hardly fathom this, Vivian exclaimed, her voice laced with disbelief. It seems you often cast yourself in the role of the victim, while your actions threaten to bring turmoil to Amanda's life. On this day, the spotlight shines brightly upon her, a day woven with magic and memories, where every moment is a cherished treasure. With a steadying breath, Erin sought to find her calm amidst the storm of emotions swirling within her. In the depths of my heart, I yearn for Amanda to find her joy. Should she genuinely wish for me to step aside from the role of her maid of honor, I shall graciously decline. The moment has arrived and turning back is not an option. Michael has made up his mind. With a heavy heart, Vivian let out a sigh that echoed in the stillness of the room. It is wise to blend into the background, to remain a shadow among the vibrant colors of life. Once upon a time there was a day that belonged to Amanda. As the sun began to rise on the wedding day, Erin and Noah made their way to the church, arriving early to soak in the anticipation of the momentous occasion. In a gentle hue reminiscent of the vast sky, she donned a modest dress that whispered tales of grace and simplicity. Though it may have seemed rather straightforward for a maid of honor, the choice was made with great care, ensuring that Amanda's feelings remained undisturbed. With a warm smile, Noah gazed at his mother and said, "Mom, you look beautiful." In the preparation room, Amanda found herself enveloped by her bridesmaids, each adorned in their finest attire, while she stood resplendent in an extravagant wedding gown that seemed to shimmer with dreams of the day ahead. As Erin stepped into the room, her sister cast a fleeting glance her way, offering nothing more than a frosty nod in acknowledgement. "Well, Erin," Vivian began, her lips pressed together in a thoughtful manner. "Ah, that dress, it embodies your essence, doesn't it? A perfect reflection of who you are." As the moments unfolded, the ceremony took on a weighty air, each step steeped in reverence. In the soft glow of the moment, Erin found herself standing behind Amanda, a warm smile gracing her lips as her eyes lingered on Michael's gentle expression. From time to time he cast a gentle glance in Erin's direction, a warm smile gracing his lips, as if to offer her comfort in the midst of uncertainty. As the celebration unfolded, the moment arrived when the bride and groom made their grand entrance, followed by heartfelt toasts and the joyous rhythm of dancing that filled the air. In a cozy corner of the bustling cafe, Erin and Noah found themselves seated at a small table, savoring the delightful flavors of their meal in a comfortable silence. And so the moment arrived when the air was thick with anticipation, and the time for speeches drew near. Amanda rose to her feet, the microphone in her grasp, ready to weave her tale. As she surveyed the room, her eyes finally settled on Erin, drawing her attention like a moth to a flame. In an instant, her smile morphed into a wicked grin, revealing a darker side that sent shivers down the spine. "Gather round, dear friends," Amanda began, her voice as warm as a gentle breeze on a summer's day. "Thank you for joining us today. It brings me great joy to celebrate this remarkable day surrounded by the warmth of family and the laughter of friends." As the conversation flowed, filled with the warmth and delight of marriage, she abruptly turned her gaze toward Erin, a spark of intrigue lighting her eyes. Let me introduce you to my sister Erin, a cherished part of my story. Once upon a time there was a single mother, a brave soul who journeyed through life without the warmth of love from another. Her days were filled with the quiet strength of resilience, as she navigated the world alone, carrying the weight of her dreams and hopes in her heart. A wave of uneasy laughter swept across the venue, echoing like whispers of uncertainty in the air. Is there anyone out there willing to welcome her into their fold? Erin's complexion faded, as if the very essence of life had been drawn from her cheeks. Noah's tiny hand clasped hers with a firm grip. "Oh, but wait. I just. Amanda chuckled, her laughter ringing through the air. As the words echoed through the room, a ripple of laughter danced among a few, while others found themselves squirming in their seats, a palpable tension hanging in the air. With a steady hand, Vivian grasped the microphone, ready to weave her tale. In a voice that shimmered like polished silver, she remarked, "Our eldest daughter carries an air of seriousness, almost as if she were wrapped in a cloak of dullness. She may have been worn before, but her value remains, ready to serve once more. It arrives bearing the weight of a troubled child." In that moment, joyous laughter cascaded from every corner of the venue, filling the air with a delightful symphony of mirth. Aaron remained as still as a statue, caught in a moment that seemed to stretch into eternity. As the weight of the moment pressed upon him, Noah felt the sting of emotion rise, and soon tears began to gather in his eyes. "Oh, mother dear," he spoke, his voice quivering with uncertainty. With a gentle grace, Aaron rose to her feet, her fingers intertwining with her son's as they embarked on their next adventure together. "Come, let us embark," she whispered softly. Yet, in that fleeting instant, from the edge of her sight, she beheld Michael gradually ascending. His face flushed a deep crimson, a vivid testament to the tempest of anger he was valiantly holding at bay. As the moment arrived, a hush enveloped the venue, and every gaze was drawn to the groom, the center of attention in this poignant scene. With a steadying breath, Michael stepped back from Amanda, his hand reaching for the microphone that awaited him, ready to share his voice with the world. His gaze met Aaron's, a silent message flickering between them, laden with unspoken words. As the last echoes of laughter faded away, an eerie silence enveloped the venue, wrapping it in a shroud of anticipation. Michael's face bore a gravity that had never graced it before, a storm brewing behind his eyes. Gripping the microphone firmly, he took a deep breath and started to weave his tale, savoring each word as it rolled off his tongue, letting the weight of his message linger in the air. "Gather around, dear friends, for today marks a pivotal moment in my journey. A day when I stand at the crossroads, ready to make the most significant decision of my life. Yet, it is not the choice you may envision." As the light of joy faded from Amanda's countenance, a cloud of confusion settled in its place. Vivian found herself rooted to the spot, as if time itself had paused around her. Once upon a moment, a speech echoed through the air, and in that moment Michael stood before us. His voice, steady and composed, carried a weight beneath the surface, hinting at a tempest of suppressed anger just waiting to break free. In a moment that felt heavy with unkindness, words were cast toward Aaron and Noah, sharp and devoid of consideration. "Alas, I find myself unable to share those values." Amanda began to part her lips, a thought ready to escape, but Michael, with a gentle gesture, lifted his hand to pause her words. With a deep breath, Michael gathered his thoughts, ready to share something he felt was important for everyone to hear. "Aaron and I have yet to cross paths for the very first time." With wide eyes, Aaron lifted her gaze, astonished by what she beheld. A gentle awakening began to unfurl within her, like the first light of dawn breaking through the night. As the mists of her recollection began to lift, clarity slowly emerged from the shadows of the past. "Once upon a time, a decade past, my sister Caroline bravely battled leukemia, while Aaron devoted her time as a volunteer within the hospital's walls." Michael's voice quivered ever so slightly, as if carrying the weight of untold stories within it. "At the tender age of 22, I found myself enveloped in a world of uncertainty, yet it was the unwavering kindness and remarkable strength of Aaron, who was 25, that became my beacon of hope. In the waning months of Caroline's journey, Aaron stood steadfast by her side, offering unwavering support to both her and our family." Warm tears began to gather in Aaron's eyes, shimmering like tiny jewels ready to spill over. Ah, Caroline Foster! How could she ever forget her? In the bloom of her youth, a young woman found herself facing the daunting shadow of leukemia, a fierce adversary that entered her life in her mid-20s. Once upon a time, there was a young girl named Erin who faced a daunting illness. After bravely overcoming her struggles, she felt a calling deep within her heart. In gratitude for her recovery, she began to dedicate her time to the hospital, offering her kindness and support to those in need, a true testament to the spirit of giving back. Even after Caroline's departure from this world, Erin's heart remained steadfast in its care for our family, and Michael, too, held on to that bond. In the wake of my sister's passing, a heavy cloud of sorrow enveloped me, and the journey to find solace was a long and arduous one. For a fleeting moment, his words caught in his throat, as if the very air held them captive. But soon, with a determined breath, he found his voice once more and began to weave his tale anew. It was 3 years ago at a lively gathering that I first crossed paths with Amanda. Her radiance and charm drew me in like a moth to a flame. It was only after the sparks began to fly between us that I discovered the intriguing twist of fate. Amanda was, in fact, Aaron's sister. As Michael's gaze fell upon Amanda, a tapestry of sadness and disappointment wove itself across his face. As I reflect on the tales spun by Aaron, I realize they were woven with threads of bias, each narrative colored by the shadows of judgment. Yet, deep within my heart, I yearn to hold on to the hope that people possess the power to transform. Amanda's expression twisted and turned, revealing the storm brewing within her heart. Vivian sank into a chair, her body weary and her spirit momentarily dimmed. Once the ring was placed upon her finger, a veil lifted, revealing the essence of Amanda that had remained hidden. Michael spoke softly, his voice laced with the weight of his discovery. It was a moment that took my breath away, the first time I laid eyes on Noah. Once upon a time, there was a little boy who would sometimes visit Caroline in her hospital room. Aaron's eyes were fixed upon Noah, a silent story unfolding between them. Once upon a time, a mother embarked on a journey of kindness, and her young son, just 5 years old, would occasionally join her in the halls of the hospital, sharing in the spirit of giving. With each handmade card he crafted, he brought a touch of warmth to the sterile hospital rooms, his genuine smile lighting up the faces of those who were unwell. Once upon a time, a decade past, there lived a young boy named Noah, who at the tender age of 5 possessed a remarkable gift, the ability to bring a radiant smile to my sister's face. Michael's voice gently reminisced. Upon discovering that he was the son of Aaron, a sense of fate washed over me, as if the threads of our lives were woven together by some unseen hand. With a spark of wonder, Noah's eyes grew wide. Once upon a time, in the depths of my mind, a memory flickers to life. Once upon a time, I presented a lady with a crayon drawing, a simple yet heartfelt gift that spoke volumes. With a gentle curve of his lips, Michael beamed with warmth. Indeed, Noah. Caroline held your drawings close to her heart, cherishing them until her final moments. Once more a shadow crossed Michael's face, his expression tightening like a drawn bowstring, hinting at the storm brewing within. As our journey unfolded, I found myself wrestling with uncertainties about the frosty and self-absorbed natures of Amanda and Vivian. It was particularly striking the way they regarded Aaron and Noah. Yet, deep within my heart, I held on to the hope that they would transform. Today's speech has cast a shadow over that flickering hope, leaving it in ruins. With a heavy heart, Michael gently slid his wedding ring off his finger, the weight of memories lingering in the air. From the depths of the crowd, a chorus of astonished breaths escaped, filling the air with a palpable sense of wonder. With a calm yet resolute voice, he declared, "Today I am putting an end to this marriage." In the echoes of the past, a decade has slipped away since Caroline imparted her final words to me. A poignant reminder that true family stands united in respect and unwavering support for one another. In a world where lessons are woven into the fabric of life, Amanda and Vivian, it seems you have chosen a path that dances away from that guiding principle. In a moment that shattered the stillness, Amanda's voice pierced the air with a sudden scream. Is this some sort of jest, perhaps? Oh, Michael, what words are you weaving into the air? This is no joke, Michael whispered, his voice barely rising above the stillness of the room. In this moment, I find myself on the path of righteousness. With purposeful steps, he made his way toward Aaron and Noah. For what feels like an eternity, I have been on a quest, seeking something elusive and profound. To the gentle spirit I encountered within those hospital walls. With a gentle motion, he reached out his hand towards Aaron, inviting her into a moment shared between them. Come, let us embark on this journey side by side. With a gentle touch, Aaron brushed away the tears that cascaded down her cheeks, her heart heavy with emotion, as she clasped Michael's trembling hand in hers. With a gentle resolve, Noah rose to his feet and took hold of Michael's other hand, their connection deepening in that moment. Hold on a moment. With a voice that echoed through the air, Vivian called out, her words bursting forth like a sudden storm. Can you fathom the expense that this wedding has incurred? With a gentle turn, Michael spoke softly, I shall take care of all the expenses. Kindly direct the bills to my office if you would be so gracious. As the trio departed from the venue, Michael, with a gesture of reverence, lowered his head in respect to the priest. Forgive me for the interruption. As the golden rays of the sun poured down upon her, Aaron experienced a sensation of liberation, as if the weight of the world had finally lifted, allowing her to inhale deeply for the very first time. It is truly astonishing. In a hushed tone, she let her words slip into the air. Do you truly not recall Caroline? With a soft voice, Michael inquired. With her eyes gently shut, Erin wandered through the corridors of her memories. Her smile lingers in my memory, a radiant beacon that refuses to fade away. In those final weeks, when the pain weighed heavily upon her, she remained a beacon of positivity, shining brightly through the darkness. Erin's voice quivered like a fragile leaf caught in a gentle breeze. Yet, truth be told, the memories of you have faded like whispers in the wind. In those days, I found myself amidst a multitude of patients, each with their own stories to tell. I have always held you in my heart, Michael whispered softly. In the tapestry of life, your threads were woven with devotion to others, showcasing a strength that was both fierce and gentle. In the wake of my sister's passing, I embarked on a quest to seek you out, yet the path was shrouded in uncertainty, for I lacked the means to reach you. Noah gazed up at the pair before him, curiosity sparkling in his eyes as he inquired, "What shall we do now?" With a gentle touch, Michael rested his hand upon the boy's shoulder, a silent gesture of reassurance and connection. What if we found a cozy spot to share a peaceful meal together? Now let us delve into the unfolding tale of what comes next. With a gentle curve of her lips, Erin smiled, a glimmer of warmth lighting up her eyes. Deep within her heart, a door that had long been sealed was gently starting to creak open, revealing the light of possibility once more. As Michael's Lexus glided away from the church parking lot, a chorus of furious shouts echoed in the air behind him. In the rearview mirror, a fleeting glimpse captured Amanda, her wedding dress gathered high as she sprinted with a mix of joy and urgency. Her makeup, once a masterpiece, now bore the marks of sorrow, and her once flawless hairstyle lay in disarray, a testament to the storm of emotions she had weathered. Vivian found herself in a frantic pursuit, her heart racing as she chased after her daughter, breathless and determined. "Ah, Michael! Return to us!" Amanda's piercing screams echoed through the confines of the car, a haunting sound that pierced the stillness of the air. With a heavy sigh, Michael turned his gaze toward Erin, a world of thoughts swirling in his mind. "How are you faring on this fine day?" With a trembling breath, Erin gazed out the window, taking in the whirlwind of activity at the wedding venue, a scene both chaotic and captivating. Amidst the gathering, a sense of bewilderment hung in the air as guests exchanged hushed whispers, their curiosity piqued. Some, captivated by the moment, raised their mobile phones to capture the unfolding scene. In a moment thick with tension, Amanda's friends gathered around Vivian, their voices gentle and soothing, as they endeavored to bring her back from the edge of her distress. "I don't know," Erin replied, her voice tinged with sincerity. "Yet my heart yearns to depart from this place alongside Noah." In the back seat, young Noah sat in silence, yet his eyes betrayed the remnants of tears that lingered like whispers of a storm just past. "Mother, are you well?" he inquired softly, his voice barely above a whisper. With a gentle turn, Erin cast a warm smile upon her son, a moment filled with love and connection. "All is well with me, Noah. In this moment we find ourselves united." Michael guided the car to a quaint little restaurant nestled along the shimmering coast. From their perch on the terrace, they beheld the tranquil sea, while the evening sky was painted with strokes of gold. In a quiet moment, the three companions found themselves lost in thought, their eyes fixed upon the menus before them. In that moment, a whirlwind of feelings swirled within, far too vast and intricate to capture in mere words. With a heavy heart, Michael shattered the stillness that enveloped the room. In the unfolding of this tale, a situation was crafted. With a gentle shake of her head, Erin dismissed the notion that lingered in the air. "There is no need for you to express regret. Instead, we extend our heartfelt gratitude for your unwavering protection over us." With a gentle shift of her eyes, she focused on her son. Among them all, it was Noah who stood out the most. "I'm fine," Noah declared, his voice steady and calm. Though he endeavored to project strength through his voice, the tremor in his small hands betrayed the turmoil within. "Deep within my heart, I carry the truth that Grandma and Aunt Amanda spoke is not as it seems." With a tender touch, Michael laid his hand upon Noah's shoulder. "In a world filled with wonders, there exists a remarkable child named Noah. Ah, let me share with you a little secret about Caroline. She would eagerly await the moments when you would come to visit, her heart filled with anticipation and joy. In a tender moment, she affectionately referred to you as her little son." Noah's countenance lit up with joy. "Is that so?" Indeed, a smile graced Erin's lips as well. Whenever you arrived, Caroline's face would shine with joy. As the moment arrived, the feast was laid before them, a bounty of flavors and aromas ready to be savored. As Erin sat down to her meal, A warm wave of security enveloped her, a feeling she had not experienced in what seemed like an eternity. In the stillness of the room, Michael's quiet presence wrapped around those nearby like a warm blanket, offering a sense of solace that felt both familiar and reassuring. "Michael," Erin ventured, her voice tinged with uncertainty, "what led you to propose to Amanda? Did you truly hold her in your heart?" Michael paused, allowing the weight of the moment to settle around him before he spoke his truth. "In the beginning, it was her radiant glow that drew me in. With Caroline's departure, the light of my world had dimmed, casting me into a profound shadow. Amanda radiated a vibrant energy, and in her presence, the world around me sparkled with newfound brilliance." He pressed on, his fingers tracing the rim of the water glass as it spun gently in his grasp. "In that moment of revelation when I discovered she was your sister, a sense of destiny washed over me. Though your name may have slipped from my memory, perhaps the threads of our connection still lingered in the air, whispering of a bond that transcends time." With a hint of bittersweetness, Michael's smile danced across his face. "Yet, as the days turned into weeks, I came to understand that Amanda's radiance was but a veneer, hiding the shadows beneath. In her quest for the spotlight, she often overlooked the warmth of empathy, chasing the gaze of others while leaving kindness behind. It was particularly true when it came to her family. And still you held on to the dream of marrying her?" With a spark of curiosity in her eyes, Erin inquired. With a slight sheepish shrug, Michael felt the warmth of embarrassment wash over him. "Once upon a time, I held a deep conviction that people had the power to transform. In my quest, I endeavored to glimpse the light that resided within her, to uncover the beauty that lay hidden beneath the surface. And so the tale unfolds." In that moment he paused, uncertainty flickering in his eyes. "And so the tale unfolds, leaving us at the edge of our seats, eager for what comes next." In truth, once a decision was set in stone, altering its course proved to be a formidable challenge. High were the expectations that others held. With a gentle lift of his chin, Michael's eyes found Erin, a moment suspended in time between them. "Yet today, as I witnessed you and Noah being treated in such a manner, I found myself unable to turn a blind eye any longer. In the depths of my heart, I knew I had to heed the call of my true feelings." As the stillness of the moment was pierced by the ringing of his mobile phone, he glanced down to see Amanda's name illuminating the screen, beckoning him into a world of possibilities. With a heavy heart, Michael let out a sigh and chose to turn a deaf ear to the ringing phone. Yet before long it began to ring once more. Perhaps it would be wise to respond to it. It was Erin who put forth the idea. With a heavy heart, Michael picked up the phone, his reluctance palpable in the air. The sound of Amanda's voice, filled with passion and urgency, spilled forth from the speaker, echoing through the air. As Erin and Noah sat down to enjoy their meal, the air around them crackled with tension, for Amanda's fierce accusations echoed in their ears, pulling their attention away from the food before them. Michael spoke with a serene tone, yet every so often, a weary look flickered across his face. "Amanda, at long last, I have reached my decision," he declared with unwavering resolve. "Tomorrow, we shall gather to discuss matters with the lawyers. Tonight, I must ask you to refrain from reaching out to me once more." Once the call ended, an oppressive stillness enveloped the room. With a hint of regret in his voice, Michael expressed his apologies. With a gentle shake of her head, Erin conveyed her thoughts without uttering a single word. "There's no need for apologies. This situation we find ourselves in, it weaves a tapestry of complexity, does it not? In this moment, where do we find ourselves?" Out of the blue, Noah posed a question. With a twinkle in their eyes, the adults shared knowing smiles in response to his innocent question. "At this very moment?" Michael paused, his mind weaving through thoughts like a gentle breeze through the leaves of an ancient tree. "Perhaps we stand at the threshold of a fresh journey, where the road ahead beckons with promise and possibility." As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the evening, Michael took the wheel, guiding Erin and Noah back to their cozy abode after a delightful dinner together. As the car came to a gentle halt before the apartment, he stepped out and, side by side with Erin, made their way toward the entrance. Gratitude fills the air, a simple yet profound expression of appreciation. "Thank you." In the stillness of the moment, Erin spoke softly, her words carrying the weight of gratitude for all that today had brought. As the moon hung high in the night sky, its gentle glow cast a silvery hue upon her hair, transforming it into a shimmering cascade of light. With a gaze that held the weight of unspoken words, Michael met her eyes and offered his gratitude, a silent exchange that spoke volumes. Will our paths cross once more on the morrow? Once upon a time there were three of us. With a gentle curve of her lips, Erin smiled, a spark of warmth lighting up her eyes. Indeed, without a doubt. Mother, why not inquire with Michael? Out of the blue, Noah emerged at the threshold. He promised to share the tale of Caroline with me. With a hearty chuckle, Michael's laughter echoed through the air. Indeed, Noah. With a solemn vow, I pledge my word. Erin lingered at the threshold, her gaze fixed on Michael as he made his way back to his car. As he glanced over his shoulder and offered her a smile, a gentle warmth blossomed within her heart. As the door creaked open to the apartment, the air was thick with tension, for the answering machine crackled to life, revealing a series of fiery messages from Vivian, each one more charged than the last. Once upon a time there was a name that echoed through the hearts of many. Erin. What treachery is this that you have wrought upon us? Amanda carries a wound within her heart. You wove a spell around Michael, didn't you? With a heavy heart, Erin let out a sigh and swept her fingers across the screen, erasing the messages that lingered like ghosts of the past. Once upon a time a gentle voice called out, Noah, it is time for you to take a bath. Tomorrow dawns with the promise of school awaiting you. Mom, Noah whispered, gently tugging at Erin's sleeve. Do you hold a fondness for Michael? Erin found herself taken aback by the simplicity of her son's direct inquiry. At this moment, my acquaintance with Noah remains quite limited. Yet, he appears to be a kind-hearted soul. With a firm resolve, Noah declared, I like him. In the tapestry of our lives, he stands as Caroline's brother, a steadfast guardian who shielded us from harm. And there he was, captivated by the beauty of your smile. With a gentle hand, Erin caressed her son's head, a tender moment shared between them. You possess a keen eye for detail. As the moon cast its gentle glow upon the world outside, Erin found herself gazing out the living room window, the house quiet and still after Noah had drifted off to sleep. In her heart, a delicate dance unfolded, weaving together threads of confusion and glimmers of hope. In the stillness of the moment, her cell phone chimed, revealing a message from Michael. Were you able to return home without any troubles? Is Noah all right? With a warm smile, Erin responded, We're both fine. Gratitude fills the air, a simple yet profound expression of thanks. In an instant, a reply arrived. In that moment, a warm feeling of joy enveloped me, and I couldn't help but smile, for I was truly glad. As the stars began to twinkle in the vast night sky, a gentle whisper floated through the air, carrying a heartfelt wish. Good night, Erin, it said, wrapping her in a warm embrace of dreams yet to come. What do you say to sharing a cup of coffee after you've taken Noah to school tomorrow? Erin could feel her heart racing, each thump echoing in her chest like a drum calling her to adventure. Indeed, that would be quite lovely. As the day draws to a close, I bid you sweet dreams, dear Michael. With a gentle grip, she cradled her phone against her heart, letting out a long, soothing breath that seemed to carry her worries away. In a tale woven with threads of family discord, amidst the whirlwind of wedding preparations, an unforeseen reunion unfolds, bringing with it a tapestry of emotions and stories yet to be told. In a whirlwind of events, everything was unfolding with astonishing speed. Yet, in an unexpected twist, a tranquility she had long been without enveloped her heart. As the crisp autumn air swept through the vibrant maple park, painting the landscape with hues of red and gold, Erin found herself in a moment of anticipation. With a gentle smile, she carefully hung the sign for her new accounting office, a symbol of her dreams taking root amidst the falling leaves. In the soft embrace of the morning light, the words Johnson Financial Services sparkled with a promise of new beginnings. With Michael's unwavering encouragement and support, the small business she had embarked upon blossomed, quickly earning a cherished reputation within the community in a matter of months. Mother, we mustn't delay any longer. Alas, it seems we shall arrive at school later than intended. Noah's voice rang out with vibrant enthusiasm. At the age of 11, he stood a bit taller, his stature reflecting a newfound confidence that danced across his face. Once chosen to lead the soccer team as captain, he found himself basking in newfound popularity among his peers at school. As I make my way, the anticipation builds within me, for I am on my way to you. With a gentle curve of her lips, Erin cast a warm smile in his direction. In her, the signs of life's transformations were unmistakable. Once again, her shoulder-length hair gleamed with a vibrant shine, and in her eyes danced a spark of newfound confidence. With a spark of determination, Michael leaned out from the threshold of their new abode, declaring, "I'll drive him." Ever since that magical Christmas, the three of them had found themselves sharing a home, weaving their lives together in a tapestry of companionship. Though the promise of engagement had not yet graced their journey, the threads of their connection wove ever tighter with each passing day. "Ah, but do you not have a significant gathering on your agenda today?" With a furrowed brow and a hint of concern in her voice, Aaron inquired. With a casual lift of his shoulders, Michael expressed his indifference. "Arriving 30 minutes behind schedule is but a small ripple in the vast ocean of time. It shall not bring forth the end of the world." On this momentous day, the sun rose with a special glow, for it was a day of significance for Noah. In the heart of the bustling city, they found themselves drawn to a quaint cemetery, a serene oasis amidst the urban chaos. With gentle reverence, the three gathered around Caroline's grave, their hearts heavy yet hopeful. They placed fresh flowers upon the earth, a vibrant tribute to a cherished soul, and then, in a moment of unity, they joined their hands together, a silent promise of remembrance and love. "I kept my promise, sis," Michael whispered softly, his voice barely rising above the gentle rustle of the leaves around them. With a gentle grip, Aaron clasped his hand, while Noah, with a tender heart, set a small stone upon the gravestone. In a world woven with their shared moments, there existed a cherished tradition between Caroline and Noah. "I still feel as though she's keeping an eye on us," Noah murmured softly. With a gentle sigh, Aaron nestled against Michael, her head finding a cozy perch on his shoulder. In the quiet of her heart, she whispered a heartfelt gratitude to Caroline. Not far off, in a world of elegance and comfort, Amanda found herself gathering her cherished possessions from her opulent apartment. In the wake of the wedding scandal, she found herself slowly slipping away from the vibrant tapestry of society, as the threads of friendship that once bound her to her former companions began to unravel and fade into the distance. In a twist of fate, after Vivian made the bold move to file a lawsuit, despite Michael having shouldered the entire burden of their wedding expenses, she found herself standing alone, her last supporters slipping away like sand through her fingers. In the heart of the bustling city, Amanda found herself on the brink of a new adventure, readying her belongings for a cozy little apartment that awaited her arrival. Once upon a time, she found herself at a crossroads, where the glittering facade of her lavish lifestyle began to fade. With a heavy heart, she realized that the time had come to embrace a new chapter, one where she would learn the art of living within her own means for the very first time. And so it was for Vivian as well. Once surrounded by laughter and companionship, she found herself drifting into solitude as her friends slowly turned away. The vibrant tapestry of her life, once woven with threads of vanity, began to unravel, leaving her in a quiet, desolate world of her own making. From time to time, she reached out to Aaron, yet each time her efforts were met with a chill that echoed in the silence of their exchanges. At long last, she was starting to grasp the weight of her choices, realizing that they had forged a chasm that could never be mended. On the enchanting evening of Christmas Eve, Aaron, Michael, and Noah found themselves nestled comfortably before the crackling fireplace, basking in the warmth and glow of the moment. In the quiet of the night, young Noah had drifted into slumber, his mind weaving dreams of the joyous moment when he would eagerly await the arrival of presents. With a hushed breath, Michael reached into his pocket and retrieved a small box, its presence a secret waiting to be unveiled. "Once upon a time, there was a moment when I felt compelled to share something special with you." With wide eyes, Erin gazed at the box, her heart racing with astonishment. As she gently lifted the lid, a stunning emerald ring revealed itself, glimmering with an enchanting allure. Once upon a time, there existed a tale that began with the words. In a hushed tone, Michael revealed it belonged to Caroline. In a moment of quiet reflection, she spoke softly, "When you encounter someone truly remarkable, bestow this gift upon her." As the weight of the moment pressed upon her, Erin felt the sting of tears gathering in her eyes, a silent testament to the emotions swirling within her. "Is that so?" In a moment filled with warmth, Michael gently took her hand, expressing how you and Noah have illuminated his world. In a moment filled with hope and dreams, he knelt down, his heart racing, and asked, "Will you marry me? Let us embark on a journey to weave the bonds of a true family." With a warm smile, Erin echoed Caroline's sentiment, reminding all that a true family is bound not merely by blood, but by the ties of the heart. "Indeed," she replied. "In this moment, it feels as though we have woven the threads of our lives together, creating a tapestry that is undeniably familial, wouldn't you agree?" Outside the window, snow gently descended, whispering secrets of a new year and the promise of fresh beginnings.